Hello everyone, I'm Shawn.
I'm Ailing.
Today we're going to look at a scenario where basic thermodynamics collides with patient safety. I call this case study the fatal hot tub.
We often think of mass transport equations like Fick's law as abstract concepts for chemical engineers, but in the context of transdermal drug delivery, these equations dictate the difference between effective pain management and a fatal overdose. Specifically, we're going to look at the fentanyl patches. The fentanyl patches is a potent opioid, roughly 50 to 100 times stronger than morphine because it has a narrow therapeutic index, meaning the difference between a working dose and a toxic dose is very small. It is often administered via transdermal patch. These patches are engineering marvels. They are designed to release the drug at a perfectly constant zero order rate over 72 hours. This provides stable pain relief without the peaks and troughs of pills. However, if you look at the packaging, you will see a strict black box warning. Patients are instructed to never expose the patch to direct heat. No heating pads, no electronic blankets, and definitely no soaking in hot tubs. The question for us as medical chemist is why does a change in external temperature break the drug delivery system?
To answer that, we have to look at the mechanism of delivery. Under normal physiological conditions, roughly 37 degrees Celsius, the patch operates using passive diffusion. The drug moves from the high concentration in the patch through the stratum corneum, the outer layer of skin, to low concentration in the blood capillaries. This movement is governed by Fick's first law of diffusion. The equation shows that flux, which is the J, the amount of drug crossing the barrier per unit of time, is directly proportional to the diffusion coefficient, which is the D. When the manufacturer designed the patch, they calibrated, assuming that the coefficient diffusion is relatively constant because human body temperature is relatively constant. They rely on the skin providing a predictable barrier. But a tricky thing is the diffusion coefficient is not a constant. It is variable dependent on temperature. This relationship is described by the Arrhenius equation. According to this equation, diffusion increases exponentially as temperature rises. When the patient enters the hot tub or applies the heating pad, two physical changes occur. The first is the kinetic energy. The thermal energy of the fentanyl molecules increases, making them move faster. And the second one is lipid fluidity. The lipid bilayers in the stratum corneum, the barrier itself, become more fluid and leaky. When you plug real numbers into this, the results are terrifying. Clinical studies cited by the FDA have shown that raising the skin temperature to just 40 degrees Celsius, a typical hot tub temperature, can increase serum fentanyl concentration by 300%, or a threefold increase in flux. And then let's visualize what that looks like pharmacokinetically. If we look at the green line, this is the intentional profile when there's no heat. The drug enters the blood, rises slowly, hits a steady plateau, and provides safe pain relief. Now, if we look at the red line, when the heat is applied, Fick's law and the Arrhenius relationship kicks in. The diffusion coefficient spikes, the flux triples. The patch stops being a controlled release device and essentially becomes a bolus dose. This phenomenon is called dose dumping. The concentration shoots straight up, crossing the toxic threshold. In the case of fentanyl, crossing the red line leads to respiratory depression. The patient stops breathing. If they are in the hot tub or bath at the time, this often results in drowning.
So, in summary, the fatal hot tub is a tragic example of physics in action. We established that transdermal delivery relies on Fick's law, which demonstrated that the diffusion coefficient in that law is sensitive to temperature via Arrhenius relationship, and we showed that a modest increase in temperature results in a massive exponential spike in drug delivery. For us, the takeaway is clear. When we consult patients or design drug delivery systems, we must respect the thermodynamics. The warning label on the box isn't just a suggestion, it's a physical requirement for the device to function safely.
Thank you very much. And here are the references.